Alrighty, this is Chris at MarketSwingTrader.com. Alrighty, this is the S&P 500 wrap-up video, and we're going to go over some events that are going to be happening tomorrow morning. Alrighty, if we look at the daily chart here, as you can see, the stochastics crossed over, and we're starting to run back up. As you can see, we came down, we sold off. It looks like we had a low of 1229.51. We did not break the monthly pivot. We held it. We are above the pivot point moving averages. And another thing that I like to show, when I'm trading my pivot point moving averages, I like to look at the slope of the moving averages. So as long as we are above the pivot point moving averages, I am bullish. So I think what we could do for an intraday, if we switch over to an intraday chart, as you can see right here, today we kind of opened up, we kind of sold off a little bit. We held the intraday pivot for today. So we held the intraday pivot that was around 12:30. We held the pivot. We did not break through it, which is a good sign, and we started just trending upward. Now tomorrow, the intraday pivots for tomorrow, we have a resistance pivot for the SPX, the S&P 500 at 1255.02. We have a pivot for 1239.44, and we have a support pivot of 1233.79. The one thing that I have noticed is that we are within today's support pivot and resistance pivot. So tomorrow, I really don't know what could happen, but what I'm looking for is we could sell off if we switch over to a 15-minute chart. As you can see, we're kind of overbought a little bit, so we could pull back and we could hold the pivot. If we do break through the pivot, then we are going to have some support down here at 1233.79. So that is the wrap up for the S&P 500. I just think that we could consolidate even more. The one thing that I'm looking at, if we go over to the daily, what I'm looking at is yesterday we had a high of 1242.82. Today's high was 1229.51. So 1242.82 and 1245.09. So we did close. The close is at 1243.72 and the high was 1242.82. So we did close higher than the previous. So what I'm looking for is we do have some room to move, and we could have some resistance right around 1261.5. Okay, so that could be a little bit of resistance, but I think we might be able to even make a run all the way up to 1300. I don't know when that could happen, but it possibly could happen this month. Who knows? But I'm just going to stay with the trend on the pivot point moving averages here. And as far as the events that are going on tomorrow, if you want to go over to your Market Watch tab, and then you want to click on Calendar. When you click on that, when you go down here, you have the different weeks. We have December right here, and of course we have, you can go back and look, but we have December down below, and we are within this week. Today's the 21st, tomorrow is the 22nd. So if we go over here to December 22nd, right here, you can uncheck or you can add all the events that you want to add. Mainly, I just really care about, I don't care about conference calls or splits. I mean, earnings and dividends, I do like to know. I especially like to know about earnings and dividends with stocks that I am in, especially if I am in an option trade and I'm in the money on an option trade and it's close to expiration and we got a dividend that's being paid I mean, that's one thing that I do like to know. So if we go over here and we're looking at tomorrow's, if we click on some events down here, okay, we have some events right in here. You just click on these down below, it'll tell you what's going on. But mainly, the main events that we have tomorrow is at 8:30. At 8:30 we have GDP numbers coming out. And tomorrow at 8:30 we have jobless claims coming out. And if you click on that and you drag this up, GDP represents the total value of the country's production during the period and consists of the purchases of domestically produced goods and services by individuals and so forth. You can read and you can understand what all the GDP number means, stuff like this. And also another thing that I like is right around here we have the previous and we have expected. Okay, so then if you click on jobless claims that are coming out, as you can see right here at 8:30, we have previous was 366K and expected of 380K, and you have the definition right in here. So that is one great feature that I do love about Thinkorswim. Of course, they just get it. That's what I do like about them. And it's an awesome platform that I do use for trading options. So, and if you don't want to look at earnings, just go ahead, uncheck the dividends and earnings, and just look at the numbers that are coming out. And if you want to look to see what Friday is coming out, okay, early in the morning, if you click on this, we have monthly GDP numbers coming out, and we have new home sales coming out at 10 o'clock. We have new home sales. If you click on that, then Friday you can see what the previous new home sales was and what the expected is. And you have definition. So those are the main numbers that are coming out that I do like to look at. The GDP numbers and the jobless claims are coming out tomorrow at 8:30. That is it for the wrap-up video, and I'm going to follow the trend and stay with the slope of the pivot point moving average, especially the yellow one that's starting to slope upward. I'm going to stay with the trend. Later on tonight, I'm going to do a wrap-up of the option trades that I'm currently in. I'm going to show you 5 option trades that I'm currently in, what my break-even points are for the January expiration. And that is it. Thank you, and have a good trading day tomorrow.